Hello and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Transformers Robots in Disguise review for you today. This is two more of the Minicons Autobots. We have Beastbox and Velocirazer. I think they both look pretty excellent. Beastbox kind of carries over Drift's color scheme as far as kind of a dark gray and an orange. And then Velocirazer is kind of a teal blue, which is a really nice color. As you can see here, they both can work with the deployer, although not exactly as depicted on the packaging here. Take a look at the back. Not really much to the back of these packages, so we'll get these guys out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here we have Beastbox and Velocirazer out of the packaging. I'm going to start with Beastbox, just kind of move this guy over to the side. He's very similar in color scheme to Drift. He's got kind of the dark gray and the orange going on. I'm going to try to zoom in here and take a look at his face. There we go. Decent face sculpt. I think that's kind of cool. I like the big lower jaw to kind of convey the gorilla aspect. I like the cannons here on the shoulders. He sits well enough, you know, with his front arms out. Here's a look from him from the side. So, I mean, I think that's decent. He has a bunch of armor over here. First, I'm going to show you the transformation. This one, I don't feel like the transformation is all that good. Mine's been catching, but I'll explain what I mean in a second. You want to close the hands first. Just pop them down one click. And then you almost want to push the back forward while you push the arms so that they kind of go together. And the only reason I say that is I tried to do mine a couple times with just the arms, and the arms clicked without transforming it, and that's not that good. I don't want it to break. So I kind of, like, transforming him out is not a problem, but when I go in, I definitely kind of want to push the back a little forward to help it along. But I mean, it makes a solid disc. You can see the Autobot symbol here on the chest. Now, the first piece of armor, this piece here, is going to peg in here, and you kind of want to do it before you transform, because once you transform it, it's really hard to get it. This piece comes up and it's almost impossible to peg that in. So I just wanted to show you that when you're putting in the first piece of armor, it's easier to do it before you transform him. Now he's got these two shoulder pieces that are going to peg in right here in these slots on the arm. Just right there. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, there we go. So those peg in. You've got these two pieces which go on the knuckles of the gorilla, which I think are really cool. They really remind me of Beast Machine's Optimus Primal, how he kind of had those giant knuckle pieces. I think that's pretty cool. He's got a helmet that you can go ahead and plug in. Now, this is the way I like to keep him. He has these other two pieces, which, if you remember my last review, the Wave 2, the same as Wave 1, everyone comes with extra pieces that are going to go together to form another Energon animal. So these are, if you look at them, they're really just fins for like a fish, or I believe it's going to be a shark. So they want you to clip them like this onto the barrel of the gun, and they hardly fit, and they look ridiculous. I don't know why I would have a gun barrel with this weird flag on the end of it. I'm not even going to bother to put them on. To me, they look ridiculous. They're obviously just meant to hang around until you can build the shark when you get all four. So, to me, I'm just going to leave them off to the side and stick with him like this, which I think actually looks pretty cool. These knuckle pieces are probably my favorite, but the helmet and the gun and this isn't bad. Alright, so, moving on. Velocirazer. Very cool. I love the color blue. It's kind of a teal. On the camera, it's kind of showing up more of like a cobalt blue, but it's really in person more of a teal. I love the blue eyes. I like the silver on the head. It all looks really nice. Transformation, very simple. You're going to push the tail down, and then this is going to come, and then once it's done, you can kind of click it in place just for some stability. Autobot symbol there on the front. You want to unpeg it, though, before you pull the tail out. Otherwise, I mean, I don't think it would break it or anything, but you just want to make sure it's unpegged. Makes it easier to transform. So, not much going on this side. But I think it's cool. I mean, anytime you get robotic dinosaurs, you know, I'm happy. It's good in my book. Now, he's got these two little pieces that kind of have, like, a little bit of, like, feathery plumage, which is almost like what they did to the raptors in Jurassic Park 3. And it's got some guns. Each side of the arms right here, you can see, has a slot. So these are just going to peg in, one on each side. Very simple. He's got this cool kind of head harness. Now this doesn't peg in, it just slides on the front and just stays on from friction. But it looks pretty cool. And then he's got these two little blasters, which I think look really nice. And they're going to actually peg into the sides of his feet. And you just very simply pop that on each side. I definitely like this look. He's got the kind of a head harness and some guns. It kind of reminds me of Dino Riders. Any kids from the 80s remember Dino Riders? I thought that was a pretty cool cartoon. But that's what it reminds me of. Now again, we have two more pieces. This is obviously going to be the back tail of a shark and probably his large fin. In my opinion, same way. I think he just looks good like this. Just these, you know, 5 pieces. But you can come around to the back. This will peg in here. And I mean, it kind of looks like a gun, but it also just looks like a big shark tail hanging off the side of his body. Kind of why they put it on the back. It's like they were ashamed of it as well. And then this piece just pegs in the front here. So, I mean, you can. It doesn't look terrible. But in my opinion, just put them to the side in your future shark pile. And just stick with these two like this. I think they're both pretty cool. Honestly, I definitely like Velocirazer more than Beastbox. I think Beastbox transformation is not that great. You know, there's potential for it to kind of mess up, and the armor is, you know, not as good. And I feel like if you're going to do an orange and brown, dark brown color scheme to match Drift, that's fine. But then his Energon armor should have been like green or something, a big contrast color to make it pop. Choosing orange on top of orange and gray, I'm not sure why they did that because it all just kind of bleeds together. The armor's not terrible. I actually really like the knuckle pieces. But to me, they definitely should have gone with green or blue or something to really contrast the orange. Like with Velocirazer here, you have red with the blue. That looks great. Those two colors look fantastic together and they really pop. So that's my complaint with Beastbox. He's not terrible. It's hard to like absolutely not recommend these when they're so cheap. But I mean, $5 is $5. So I mean, I would highly recommend him. Beastbox, I would recommend if you're trying to make the shark, if you're trying to get all the pieces for him, or if he's on sale later on, or if these ever become buy one, get one free, or half price, or something like that, then definitely pick him up. But Beastbox to me is definitely one of the weakest I've seen so far. Definitely not that exciting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Beastbox and Velocirazer Minicons from Robots in Disguise, and thanks for watching.